YouTube, what up? First we lost Dmx. Now, you know what I'm saying? Black Rob gone. Um, I didn't want to do a video about Dmx because I felt like him being one of my favorite artists, I was feeling like the part of that was left in me, like I really had them albums. I really listened to his music, like, you know, like he was one of my favorite artists. So I was like, dang, I'm not gonna do no video about his death, none of that. I don't care about the views, none of that, what people saying, like, you know, the lies, the rumors, whether it was drugs, whether it was the, you know, situation going on that everybody facing, like no matter what it was or what it is, I just said I want to go do one. Now we lost Black Rob, and what was crazy was because when Black Rob was in the hospital recently doing bad, his last words, you know what I'm saying, well, some of his last words while he was in the hospital doing bad was for Dmx. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm doing this video now is because I think it's sad that, like, we enjoy these artists. We love these artists' music. We cheer for these artists. We root for these artists. We buy their music, whatever, right? And then behind the scenes, it's like all our supporters for them, when behind the scenes, they don't own their music. And I think that's sad because by them not owning the music, they kids are not getting nothing. They, you know, like, it's sad. Like, I never seen Def Jam have a response so quick to, like, put it out there and to make it known that, like, Jay-Z and Beyonce wasn't buying DMX masters when Def Jam know they own all DMX catalog except for this last album that he was working on that was about to come out on whoever else he was signed with that ain't dropped yet. But besides that, Def Jam, they got all the hits. You know, the What's My Names, what these females want, the Rough Riders anthem, everything. I'm slipping, party up, you name it, they got it. Now, the saddest part about this is us black people coming up in the ghetto. We usually want to make it out, and before we even make it to the outs, we coming into this with bad habits, bad understandings, lack of knowledge, kids, whatever. Most of us, we be like, we doing this for our kids. I gotta take care of my kids. I gotta eat. I gotta feed my family. I gotta take care of my kids. That's how we come into these situations, you know? So then, once we finally make it to the industry, it goes so fast, we start seeing more money, you know, more money than we ever had in our life. You know, chicks used to downplay us at first for not being a guy. Then you become the guy. Every chick in the world wants you. You know, not understanding these feelings, you try to accept everything and then still be yourself when the whole time you really just enter the world full of snakes. You really just enter the world full of fake people and phony stuff, and like, it's crazy. So it's like, let's say you was an alcoholic before you start doing music, right? Then one of your songs take off, right? Now, you think to yourself like, well, you know, things moving fast. You was an alcoholic, but then you might slow down on the drinking, but then when you realize how dirty they doing you go to drinking even harder. You go to drinking even worse. Like, a lot of these people, it ain't all about the glitz and glamour. A lot of these people get in the music industry, come in with the notion like, I'm doing this for the right reasons. And then you exit with more problems than what you had before you got there. I know a lot of people probably wish they would have never made it in music. What was the end goal? What did we really accomplish? Like, what did you really do? If it was for your kids, okay, yeah, you was able to take care of them, you was able to dish some money, but they don't own nothing that you worked for. Everything you worked for, meaningful value, they don't have nothing. Like, I see these rappers, whether they, get killed or die from something or whatever, they families ended up having GoFundMes or gotta do this or gotta do that for the funeral. Lil Snoop Daddy was just snapping about Meek Mill and them, about not having Lil Snoop, you know what I'm saying, a better gravesite. And I'm thinking in my head, like, Meek, like, bro, you said that man's name in enough songs. His name went platinum, like, just off your songs. I know that my little homie Snoop, and all he wanted was a coat. Like, bro, you generated so much money off saying that man's name. And I ain't got no problem with Meek. This ain't no diss or nothing like that. But facts is facts. The truth is the truth. You generated all that profit off saying this man's name, and he don't even got a hit, like, and he don't even got a decent headstone. To where these families coming out later, like, man, look, like, my son, my father, my uncle, whoever was involved in the industry. And then when they go, look how the industry doing. Black Rob gone now. Like Wolf finna get downloaded probably over 10 million times. And guess what? That's gonna make Puffy $10 more million richer. Cause Puffy the one that own the rights to the songs and the music. Puffy the one own all the Billboard catalog. So Puffy gonna be the one receiving all the residuals. Not his kids or nothing like that. So until the internet came around, like before we got the internet, I used to think like, well, maybe they would leave some like to their kids and like they will and that. Like, I don't even think Biggie thought that soon to like even be thinking like, I'm a die out here. So I don't even think Biggie had a chance to do none of that. But at the end of the day, you didn't even have his kids come out speaking against Puff. And you said this was your best friend. And you said this was your right-hand man. I don't know, man. I just look at this industry like, it don't even be worth it. Think about it. You got people that own podcasts that just get to speak and talk about the industry that has more money than these rappers. Better set up financially than these rappers. You know what I'm saying? Joe Budden has stated he has no will to rap. He don't want to, like, he don't feel like rap. Even if he decide to rap again later. I understand what Joe Budden's saying because I don't have to go do promo. I don't have to do a million interviews. I don't have to do a tour. My voice is reaching the people, and I'm from a comfort zone, a comfort place. Just like I'm talking to you in a garage. Just like I'm talking to you in a basement. And I'm coming from this type of place, and it's like, why would I want to go rap? Why would I want to go tour? Why would I want to go do a show? Why would I want to have to answer to a boss? Why would I have to worry about the publishing, the royalties, the splits, the this and that? For what? Why I gotta go split a check with Slaughterhouse? Split a check with Slaughterhouse for what? The podcast checks way more than that. And yeah, Joe contradicts himself a lot and he do some crazy things in that, but at times Joe Budden do drop knowledge. You younger artists, I want y'all to understand something. Stop giving these labels your all, like, early. I'm not coming in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 album. No, you get one album and everything from that one album. Cause if I get hot and blow, everything else coming after that, I have to own. Cause if not, I left my kids nothing. If not, I did it for nothing. If not, what I do it for? The goal ain't been achieved. My family ain't straight. My kids not straight. It's crazy to me. I see a rapper like Dmx go, and it's like you would think a label like Def Jam would be like, ain't nobody for we don't need like we gonna cover this whole, we gonna send him out with a blast with all the money he generated and made y'all. All the money the man, each one of the man albums, them that went diamond. Name another artist that did that. Now, real talk. Now, people, Jay-Z, Jay-Z is who Jay-Z is. But I hate to say it. From a musical standpoint, a lot of people grew on Jay-Z music later on down the line. And because of financial standpoint, the way he was marketing, the way he was looked. DMX didn't need to rap about Bentleys and chains and this and this and that and having money, and still sold more than everybody on Def Jam. Still sold more than the artists they had to make up. Still sold more than the artists they had to go buy jewelry and buy cars, and DMX ain't need none of that. And outsold all of them. DMX ain't even need no marketing. He was the marketing. Him himself. The album about to, as soon as he sent me the album about to drop, you ready for that. He wasn't talking about the cars and the jewelry, you barely even seen him with it. I know he had money in it, and that's what get me too, because when we see our rappers, we assume, like, if we see them with a whole bunch of chains, we assume they spending too much money on jewelry. If we see them with a whole bunch of this, we assume they spend too much of their money on that or whatever. But like DMX, he wasn't having none of that stuff. Like, so maybe he did have a whole lot of money left, but I'm talking about what should have been left for his kids. But DMX he wasn't never like chains and cars and no, real music, pain, hurt was inside of me. Let me pray to y'all, cause y'all can't understand me because y'all supporting me, but behind the scenes, I'm going through it with these demons. Would they be child support? They ain't gonna lie. I used to be like that too. Like, man, why these rappers having all their kids? But think about what we taught in the hood, though. Who the man? The one that got either the most girls or the baddest girls or the flyest girls. You the man. We taught that coming up. We taught to be with as many women as you can coming up. Now, don't nobody bring up the kid part, but at the same time, you talking about, let's say 100, you might get 2 girls pregnant. So I had to catch myself and think about it like, if tens of thousands of females was throwing themselves at me, how am I going to say no? How do you say no? And yeah, you can use protection and all that, but man, hey, when you doing it like that, man, hey, something going to slip through them cracks, Jack. You ain't going to be, come on, man. It's too many, it's too many women to turn down. Kids coming with that situation. You still got to be the entertainer, though. You still got to go give music to the people. You still got to do shows. You still got to do tour. What that's going to make her feel? Okay, you ain't never around. Now you ain't never around. What you got to do? Now you got to pay child support. So now you got to pay child support for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many kids you got. And you got to pay child support all while still trying to take care of yourself and do for yourself. Still touring, still doing shows and that. It's a mess. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, a lot of this come from, we already in a negative spot. We ain't coming up knowing about no publishing and masters and royalties and credit. None of that. None of that. Nobody in my family taught me about credit. I had to teach myself. You feel me? Nobody. Nobody came to me and told me, if your credit good, just based off of good credit, you can live where you want. I know people that got money and can't live where I live because they don't have good credit. You get cheaper when you go to finance something, it's cheaper. Your costs can be cheap with credit, but don't nobody teach us that. Don't nobody never come to us and say like, hey man, you know, like if you go like and you got your masters and all that, you know, this can go to your kids and this could get paid forever. It's sad. Dmx albums has been the #1 albums on iTunes since he passed. And who all that money going to? Def Jam. They over there jamming away. I'm slipping. Fuck. I can't get up. They over there having a ball with the money. Rolling around in the dough. Why? Cause, and this is what I mean. So this is what people not even realizing. We in a different time, and we in the internet now. So word travel fast, word spread fast. They were saying DMX was dead when he wasn't even dead yet. That's how quick the word travel. That's how quick the word spread. So then if I go download this album, you're going to want to go download this album, and you and you and you and you. So it just spread like wildfire. And us as the consumer, we ain't even thinking that this the corporation making the money. We ain't even thinking that this the entity making all the money. And now here's, we still supporting you even though you died. When it's not even supporting your kids. When this money ain't even going to help your children or help your baby mamas or help nobody, whoever. That's crazy. I hate to throw Diddy under the bus. But he own everything from the bad boy artists. You give him all them hits, go platinum, give him these singles, give him these radio joints. Like, whoa. And lyrically, like, whoa was terrible. But the beat and the concept is what made it a hit. Because lyrically on that, Black Rob wasn't really saying nothing. That was one of them. Him and DMX had that in common. DMX didn't like the Rough Riders album. Black Rob didn't like Whoa at first. Till he seen how it affected us. Till he seen how the people gravitated to it. He didn't want Like Whoa to be his first hit. And then when he came with the Like Whoa, and he seen it, he was like, oh, is this easy? You don't believe me? Go listen to that. Go. Man, I hate to tell y'all to go download something, but I know there's money going straight to Diddy pocket, and it ain't going to his kids' pocket or nothing like that. So I hate to tell y'all to go download Black Rob first album, but if you listen to that man first album, however you get a chance to listen to it, if you do want to go download it, go do that. Just understand it ain't supporting his kids and his family, it's supporting Diddy. But if you do want to do that, go do it. But if you listen to it, none of the songs on there sound like Whoa. None of them. It was when I got the album when I was like, this dude could spit. He really rap. The album, that Black Rob album with Whoa on there, it sound like an updated version of Biggie Ready to Die. I'm gonna put it like that's the best way I can describe it. You know, it got that real New York gritty feel. He telling stories. He spitting bars. I got the album. I was like, Whoa sound like it don't even belong on there. And it was hot. It was straight heat. It was hot. It was straight heat. Heat. The whole album. The whole album. But like Whoa was so big, you ain't even need the rest. That's why mostly all people know is Like Whoa. That whole album was heat. Straight heat. And it's just sad his kids can't reap the benefits. His family can't reap the benefits. But you put all that work in. You did what you had to do. And a lot of these women and these baby mamas need to realize with this child support thing, once the man gone, that stop. So what you getting now? You probably could have had a stake in something. You probably could have had some royalties. You probably could have had some masters. You probably could have had some publishing. You probably could have had some that would have been paying you forever. But being mad, being angry, bitter, and or feeling a certain type of way and feeling like your significant other ain't contributing the way they should, you put that man in court. Knowing we come up, don't know nothing about court, and we talk not to talk to police. So quite naturally, of course, we either not gonna go to court, or when we get to court, we not saying nothing. Or when we get to court, a lawyer gonna do all the talk for us. Those of us that was brought up that way, not these days, cause these days these dudes be snitching and telling and ratting. Shout out to ARL, just caught 45 years, all because the dude told on him. Not even charged with none of the stuff, the drug trafficking, the this and this and that, but because he was told on. I'm gonna do a video about that later, man. But back to DMX and Black Rod, man. It's just it's a sad situation, man. Y'all younger artists, man, take control of your career early as much as you can, man. Your first single, your first album, whatever, at the brink of it, at the end of it, go get your masters, man. Go get your publishing, man. You might think it don't mean nothing, man. It mean a lot, especially if this is your career and this all you got to leave your kids, and you ain't set up no trust fund, and you ain't set up, you know what I'm saying? Puffy kids gonna be straight. They already said. But see, Biggie was running around so much and had so much to deal with and still had to do whatever Puff wanted him to do, plus his own demons and his own things that he had to deal with. I don't really ever think he took time to settle down and say, I'm going to make sure this left for my daughter. I'm going to make sure this left, when that's all he wanted to do it for. Sad, man. Rest in peace, DMX. Rest in peace, Black Rod. Younger artists, y'all got to do better, man. I'm out.